All right, here we go. What's up, my friends? I missed you. I have some records. Look at all these. One of them, I don't remember what it is. We were sick for about a week, and my rabbit was angry at us. So I want to show you some things she did to pieces of my collection. We have Traffic, John, Barleycorn Must Die. She pulled this off the shelf and ate a bunch of it. She pulled it off the shelf. She also did that to my Venga Boys Breaking Records EP Volume 4. Look at this. She seems to only go for the records that are not in plastic protective PVC sleeves, which in my collection indicates that I don't give a shit about the record itself. So it's cute to think that the bunny is selecting records, but she's really just going for the easy access cardboard. This one's insane. T.L. Barrett and the Youth for Christ Choir, Like a Ship. You know the song. She took the entire four corners off of this 7-inch, but she doesn't damage the vinyl, which I'm grateful for. Thank you, baby. I'm going to give you the boxes after I take the records out, and you can eat them up, okay? Let's just pick one. I got a couple stories behind all of these. The one that I don't remember, I think, is here. So let's do this first. It is from Niagara Falls. I feel like it's from Canada. I love when they do this. They safety package it in empty sleeves of other shit. We have Mondo Tempo by Freak Heat Waves. Let me show you the real front. Album cover. Album backer. This is an EP. There's 8 songs total. I got into it early 2025. It's simple, it's chill, it's nice to listen to, but as I kept going back to it throughout last year, the song that always stood out to me was and is In a Moment Divine, featuring vocals by Cindy Lee. Cindy Lee only sings on one Freak Heat Waves track, and that's it. It's an absolutely haunting song, maybe one of my top 10 or 15 of the past decade. It's so good. I don't know much about this artist, this group, this producer, otherwise, but it's nice stuff. If you like peaking lights, but it's not as dubby, it's a little bit lower fi, and it's super listenable. Check it out. Cindy Lee, absolutely enigmatic, wonderful performer. Important. Check out Cindy Lee. Next, I know what this is because they stamped the outside. We got the Do Not Bend stamps. We have special. We have combo. We have thank you for your order. Have a nice day. And then in the top left corner, Hasco Enjoyments. Hasco Enjoyments gave me a balloon. I ordered this off Bandcamp. It looks like it is branded with a Hasco Enjoyments image. I don't know if I'll blow this up. You know how I am. Nothing in there. A lot in here. The album is called Wow. Front cover. Back cover currently obscured by lots of goodies. Wow. Hasco Enjoyments is a band. Wow. The overall sound of this album is easy listening, experimental, heavily produced jazz, slow, uplifting tunes. It matches the imagery really well. Wow. It's like the third full-length album by comedian and musician. It's JP something. Wow. JP Hassan, I think his name is. Previously recorded music as JP Inc. He's got an interesting album called like Massage and Spa or something, where it's literally just like kind of spa music. I like it. But this, he has a full ensemble band with him. It sounds really nice. You can put it on in any context, I think, besides the club where we all fam. Wow. John Peter Hassan. The thing about this record is that the track titles are pretty enticing also. For example, it's okay to put ketchup on a hot dog if that's what you like to eat. The Seattle Mariners are my favorite baseball team. And armed only with the jagged shard of an Ortega brand taco shell. I don't remember that one. Babe, I don't remember that one. Oh, and sometimes my dad is an eagle, which reminds me of Dan Deacon, who had a song about my dad can beat up your dad. And also, obviously, Bill Callahan, sometimes I wish we were an eagle. an album he made, and the title references a book he wrote. Look into it. Wow! Baritone guitar. I'm not going to list all the people on it. Some good credits, though. You know, I've never heard of any of these musicians before this, but speaking of heard of, I found out about this because this group was a guest on the Office Hours Live podcast with Tim Heidecker. Friends of his, I guess, you know, from the comedy world. It was really striking. Wow! I loved it. Got into it digitally. Finally decided that it was going to be one of my final record purchases of 2025. Really good design, really good colors. Now let's see what else we have in the package. Little glossy sticker, another sticker, clamshell with a pearl in it. The art is really Looney Tunesy, like Looney Tunes sketches. This to me looks like a head of romaine or a heart. Same image on another little sticker. I love shit like, who doesn't? Purple embossed and stamped card from Hasco Enjoyment says, wow, you're the best. I know. Oh, it's a foldy thing. It says Hasco Enjoyment's Novelty Triangle, and you can cut it out and fold it into what looks like will be a four-sided long pyramid. And then the thick cardboard. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you this properly in the sunlight, but more cut and foldy stuff. This one looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12, 13 sided or maybe 6-sided die or something, or more than that. This is some kind of shape. I'm going to put this stuff back in here. My daughter is making me so nervous. She is absolutely ravenous for cardboard right now. She's chewing and biting and putting holes in every single piece of cardboard that she can get her hands on right now. So I'm keeping all the new stuff out of the way and moving on. This is going to be next. Can't immediately remember what it is, but now I do. This is called Passages, the Passages record. Artists in solidarity with immigrants, refugees, and asylum seekers. It's a compilation put out by Western Vinyl. I got this from Bandcamp as well. Entirely unrelated, but I did hear about this also from the Office Hours Live podcast, an entirely different episode. This was more recent. The Hasco Enjoyments band was a guest on the show maybe a year ago. This is important. You know, all proceeds go to helping immigrants, refugees, and asylum seekers, legal funds, etc. Artists contributing to this compilation include Tim Heidecker, who has the final track and clearly was why he was talking about it on his show. All proceeds support American Gateways and Casa Marianella. We have Sturdy Projectors, Bonnie Prince Philly, Ela Bamba, Dan Lopatin, who you might know as One of Tricks Point Never, who's one of my favorite electronic artists. I gave this a listen on the internet previously to purchase. Seems to be all unreleased acoustic songs, so it kind of flows really well. And yeah, it's just beautiful stuff, and I'm more so happy to have it in my collection for what it stands for. Fuck ICE. We love all immigrants. Let's check it out inside. The story behind this record for me is that I ordered it one night when I had a few too many. I didn't realize that I had it shipped to an old address. It was delivered on December 26th. I realized on December 28th that I didn't have it yet, so I looked into it, checked my email and stuff, realized it went to my old address. I don't have contact anymore with the person I lived with there, so I did some deep digging. I went on us.gov public records, paid a little bit of money, maybe $20 total, found out who lived there now, you know, got a phone number, got an email address, got in touch with them. Wow! Incredibly nice woman who contacted me about a week later after I thought maybe it was hopeless. But she left a message and said that they were remodeling the house, so she didn't get my note that I left on the mailbox for a few days and that I should come pick it up as soon as I can because she won't be there for the following week. I zipped right over. She was nice. I said, hi, I'm Dan. She said, here's your record. Goodbye. We hope that you're listening in a place that feels like home, in comfort and safety, with freedom to move. The artists wrote and recorded these songs in gratitude for and protection of that same place. Home as we know it is at risk. Immigrants, refugees, and asylum seekers expressing their right to safe passage are defending our access to that very right. Among the many organizations working in solidarity with them are two Texas-based nonprofits named American Gateways and Casa Marianella. With over 70 years of collective experience, these organizations provide no to low-cost legal services, food, shelter, access to healthcare, and other essential services. All proceeds from this record will fund their critical work. Passages is both an acknowledgement of work in progress and an invitation to do more. Our representatives need to see us. Our families need to hear from us. Our neighbors and local organizations on the front lines of this crisis are ready for us to join them. It's beautiful stuff, and it's for a cause that I believe in, and so should you. They did release a limited run of 50 where this was actual string or something. I thought that I had got one of those, but I think I also messed up that order and I had to reorder it a couple days later and ended up not getting one of them, which is totally fine. Proud to own this. And last, because I just drove to pick this up from my P.O. box, a record that I really haven't been able to put down since I found it a couple months ago. Oh, you know what? It came par avion all the way from the UK, like this. It's actually incredible that it didn't fall out. We have Undertangled Silence by Djrum. Really nice looking stuff. Doesn't it kind of have the same vibe as the Linda Perhacs record, Parallelograms, in visual? In visual? Gatefold. I think this is one of the albums of the year. It's unlike anything else I've ever heard, but there's so much out there that's like it. I keep looking for more like this, and all I can really find is previous records by this person. Pretty sure he's a UK-based producer. Sounds like Aphex Twin and Max Richter are making out or something. In my mind, the sounds are pretty basic. A lot of piano, like kind of beautiful classical piano. And then a lot of just like simple percussion. But it gets pretty fast, it gets pretty crazy, pretty complex. One of the times I listened to this full album was I was like half taking a nap and my phone was right here, like resting on my shoulder. And that was a really weird midday nap experience. It's really long too, and some of the songs are really long and they're like little adventures, you know, or like little epics. I'll play some of it right now. I'll play some more of it right now. Nothing fancy here except for how it sounds. Really, really, really good. Really happy to have this finally. This is my top recommendation of the end of the year. Put it on, let me know what you think. Fuck ice, and get a bunny.